for civil rights and voting rights and political power. And if we don't find ways of doing that, then we're not true to the legacy of the Civil Rights Act or the Voting Rights Act.
You know, Dr. Baldwin, a very disturbing statistic that I saw in this morning's newspaper, talking about suffrage in the state of Tennessee and the metropolitan area. They said that only 6% of the population, 6.5% of the population actually participated in the suffrage. Now, we're not talking about just black folks or white folks, but only, this is front page news, that only 6.5% of the individuals that are registered to vote actually get out and participate in the suffrage. Now,
that's tragic.
Now,
and it means that we have not learned the lessons of the Civil Rights
That's right.
movement.
And not only does it mean that black folks have not learned the lessons,
it means that white folks have not. And the Civil Rights movement was about not only black folk, but it was about white folk.
About voting and about public accommodations and et cetera. And so,
yeah, it was about making us true to our democratic creed. And if we have those kinds of statistics, it means that both white folk and black folk have not understood what the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was about, what the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was about, what the Civil Rights Movement as a whole was about. We have failed to understand
what
that.
democracy is all about, which is to say that you cannot have a democracy unless you've got people participating in it, and we can complain all we wish about the amount of money that is involved in it, but now the money really does not matter if you can bring the statistics up from 6% to 25 or 30%. Then you don't have to worry about the money in politics. A vote is more important than dollars.
Exactly.
Certainly it is.
Democracy exists when people make democracy, when they participate in democracy, and we're not seeing that today.
And so the point we're trying to make here is that not only is it a black thing to participate in the suffrage and to enjoy civil rights, but it's an American thing. That is, it's something that's open to all of us. And when we get to a situation that only 6% of the population, the metropolitan population, vote, then we have to understand that there's a real problem in terms of what this democracy really means.
And we have to ask ourselves, are we really participating in a democracy? Or are we talking about an oligarchy? Because when few participate, then you don't have a democracy.
And you've got all the money that is involved in here, and you can either literally almost buy an election, et cetera. No, there's a real problem, and I think that not only should we sound an alarm, but the alarm ought to be sounded nationally to let everybody know that people ought to get out and vote.
Irrespective of race, irrespective of color and creed and religion and political orientation.
That whatever, get out and vote, register and vote and whatever. And I think that's the point we're trying to make in terms of dealing with this. And let me thank you, Dr. Baldwin, for bringing by that excellent information in reference to this. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.